If you ask where did all the money for Haiti go, one answer is not here. When the earthquake rumbled up from the earth below Leogane, 20 to 30,000 people were killed, and 80 to 90% of the town's buildings were reduced to rubble. And chunk by chunk, shovelful by shovelful, that's some of the rubble this work crew is clearing away.
It's very hard work to clear this rubble because we're using our hands. We don't have any machinery.
Their wages, paid by an aid organization, are $5 a day. Reconstruction, many people here have concluded, will be a do-it-yourself job. The men rebuilding this house said they've given up on any hope of help from the UN, the US, or the international aid community. Leogane may have been at the epicenter of the earthquake, but it's hardly been at the center of attention in the 6 months since then. Many people here feel they're virtually forgotten. The Place Saint-Rose camp in the center of town has become a semi-permanent home to more than 3,000 people. Jean-Romuald Ferdinand showed us around. He's one of the camp leaders, and he's disappointed with how little has been done to help his neighbors.
We know millions of dollars have flooded into the country, but we don't see any changes so far. So I don't think anything will change.
We caught up with Leogane's burly mayor outside the tent where he's been living. He says to him it looks like the earthquake might have happened yesterday.
Because my town is still under debris. For crying out loud, I still have some dead bodies under this building. I heard of many millions going to Haiti, but I haven't seen it. But I have a lot of promises. Promises, promises, promises. I'm hoping the next few months I'll see some results.
And if things haven't improved much for most people here, for some, they may be about to get worse. Inside a sweltering hut outside of town, Aurélien Joseph feeds porridge to Marie-José, the youngest of his 4 children. The family has lived here on privately owned land since the earthquake, along with hundreds of others. But in only a few days, they may be evicted.
My house was destroyed, and I didn't have anywhere to go, so I have been living here. Now the owner is asking us to leave the land, and I don't know where to go.
In the past 6 months, many visitors have admired the Haitian people's great resilience, perseverance, and unswerving religious faith. In the end, those qualities may be worth much more than the millions of dollars in aid, money that so far has done little to help them rebuild.
World News returns to Haiti 6 months after the earthquake that moved Americans to so much sadness, generosity, and concern for the orphans and those left with no homes. David Muir took the journey back to tell us what he found today.
After landing in Port-au-Prince, the first sign of hope, the uniforms, the little blue bows. Behind this green gate, we discover the children back to school.
Have you seen the smiles come back to the children at school?
After months out of school, she tells us, they are happy again. But we soon learn that their smiles are only the first to recover here because so much else has not. After the world donated so much money to Haiti, we were struck by the rubble still choking the streets here. It's everywhere. And incredibly, we spot just one bulldozer at work during our drive through the capital. In fact, 6 months later, up to 25 million cubic yards of rubble overwhelms the streets, enough to fill 5 Louisiana Superdomes. And we wondered if the rubble is still sitting there, then what about the other construction, the shelters that were going to be built? Since January, there's new shelter for a mere 10,000 Haitians of the 1.9 million homeless here. And because of that, those 10 cities have multiplied. 1,300 camps now, and when night falls, electricity is still sporadic. The darkness has given way to a second disaster, attacks on women.
This is one of those massive tent cities. The tent's right over my shoulder here, and you can barely make them out because there are no lights here.
And women who have to use the restroom have to cross this street and head over into these bathrooms that have been set up, right in the pitch black. And authorities say that's what makes them a very easy target. Authorities tell us the number of attacks has tripled from just a year ago. And we ask this woman if she's scared.
You are.
This little girl tells us about the other girls who've been chased.
You're afraid of being chased?
So we go to the main police station to ask, where is the protection?
Bonsoir. Is the police chief here? Is there anyone else we could talk to?
The officer, with beer in hand, asks us to turn off our camera and to come back another time. At this safe haven, a simple tool, a substitute for the police.
How many of you have been attacked?
A tearful grandmother who tells us her 5-year-old granddaughter was assaulted too.
She's frightened.
Yes, she says, but mostly she is sad. The prescriptions from the doctor, and soon the medications sit on the counter that stands taller than the little girl who needs them.
Hello everyone, welcome to Global Government News. I'm Darko, and I am just covering some recent news, or just what's going on in Haiti, basically. There's been a couple news videos from Al Jazeera and ABC. So basically, mainstream news is focusing our attention on Haiti again to show what hasn't been done and the terrible conditions that still exist. I've made at least 5 different videos on the Haiti disaster. One which is called Who Gains from the Disaster in Haiti, Part 1. It's only 2 videos. I recommend you check it out. I got all kinds of articles in there, like always, but the link's posted. And, you know, like I have this article in here that I covered where you have George Bush telling people to just don't worry about bottled water and blankets when people really needed it. They said, just just give us your cash. And, see, he says right here, I know a lot of people want to send blankets or water, just send your cash. That's what Bush said. So, I mean, there's different things that were going on down there in Haiti before the dust settled, and there was a lot of confusion and a lot of panic. And in the end, I said that the people would not get the help that was needed, and that there would be vaccine tents set up within a month or 2, and there was. And they were throwing bottles of water down from a helicopter and watching them kind of scamper about and fight each other over for it. But they definitely, I think, you know, just from looking at all the articles and compiling them, setting up telecommunications and securing airports and calling up military reserves and sending Marines and warships down to Haiti seemed to be the priority, and not really food or infrastructure or any of that. And getting their economy back up, which is a priority, right? Getting your economy back up, getting businesses going so that people could have jobs. But again, I don't know if they really had them before, but you know what I'm saying. Just you need an economy to get it going, to get order restored, or whatever you want to call it, so people could start living productive lives, not living in tents, worried about getting raped. But the whole thing just didn't smell right to me, because you had people in Haiti that were trying to get people out of there because there was people getting actually kidnapped, and then they were demonizing people, Christians from the United States, who were trying to get these children out of there who were vulnerable for being kidnapped, right? And then they got arrested and tried for kidnapping, like they were going to do something bad. They were trying to save them from that. And like the girl said, oh, you're getting chased, right? The little girl getting chased. And they're talking about getting kidnapped. I mean, that's pretty scary stuff, dude. So I'm going to post all the links for the Haiti videos that I've made. And you can check them out and just go back and see that a lot of the stuff that I was saying was pretty accurate. UN orders doctors to leave Haiti hospital due to security concerns. While they got half the military over there, they were telling the doctors to leave. UN peacekeepers fire pepper spray on thousands of hungry Haitians waiting for food. Establishing telecom systems priority in Haiti, not food or water. And after all the warships, all the Marines, all the soldiers, the UN and everything, military sends more troops in Haiti aid effort. Then on CDN, photos of drinking, grinning aid mission doctors cause uproar. Mass vaccination plan in Haiti. Maybe these warships and all these Marines on the way to Costa Rica are on their way to Haiti to help. Who knows?